Vamos, carajo, brothers, welcome back to another episode of South to the Stand to the Stories. It's Leeds United, it's Aston Villa. I know I'm wearing maroon, but they are going to be like maroon 5 on the weekend because Villa are finished. It doesn't matter what colour I wear, it doesn't matter what your name is. All that matters are the names on the starting 11 of Leeds United's squad. Those 11 that are going to absolutely clap the cheeks of the villains on Sunday. And if you think the game is going any other way than that, then my God, do you need to get yourselves down to Specsavers, because you probably got yourself down to the wrong store because you are wearing Stevie Wonder glasses, my son, because there is no shot, not a snowball's chance in hell that Leeds United lose to Aston Villa. I'm calling it already. I'm coming out of the chamber firing on all guns blazing podcast style to tell you that Leeds are going to absolutely destroy them. And let's get a little bit into it because I cannot wait for this one. I am licking my chops at the prospect of playing Aston Villa on Sunday. Absolutely licking them. It has been so long since Leeds United have played, and I just miss them. I just miss Leeds, you know. Every time there's a bit of a break away from it, you remember. You remember why you fell in love with this beautiful club, and you were in love with them the whole time. You were loving it before, and you feared going away for the break. But that little break, that little bit of rejuvenation, it does so much for your heart. It does wonders, and hopefully it's done wonders for those players as well. Hopefully they've got a bit of rest and rejuvenation in, or rest and recuperation and a bit of rejuvenation in to those bones of theirs, because that Brentford game, yes, you know what, it was a little bit unlucky. They had 12 men with them, probably 13 if you include the fourth official, the little snitch, by the way, who, because of his actions, Jesse Marsch isn't even going to get to be there. Absolute bloody disgrace, mate. When Thomas Tuchel gets a red card, he's allowed to be there. Jesse Marsch, not so much. Unfortunately, he's not going to be there, but it's not good enough. It hadn't been good enough for a while leading into that break there. So hopefully now the break coupled with the week off before that is going to do Leeds some good. And I feel like it wouldn't. There's some players that are going to be back and are going to be game changers. And oh my Lord, Senior Daddy Tier Subscription Firpo is back in business, and I cannot wait, baby. What have I been telling you about this guy? You are going to see it in full force on Sunday. I literally cannot wait. Senior Firpo is going to annihilate them down that left-hand side. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be gritty. It is going to look like a damn right porno down there, because he is going to finish them, and then he is going to finish the ball into the back of the net. It should be the other way, really. Usually you finish the ball in and then you finish off the opposition, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's Senior Firpo. He does it his own way, and they are not going to be able to do anything when he gets his way, and it's going to unlock so much for us when we have Firpo down one side and potentially Ayling down the other, which we will get into in just a bit. It's going to unlock so much for us going forward, so much. Villa have looked weak for me. They're very gettable in the midfield. They especially on the transition. Leeds could really do them over. Rocker again, if he has another impressive performance, if he has another game where he's dictating the tempo. I know a lot of people have been looking at him saying, he's a bit of a sideways pass merchant. What do you guys think about that one? I definitely disagree with that. I couldn't disagree with that more. I think the way he dictates the pace of the play is beautiful. He slows everything down to his level, and I think if he does that against Villa, they could seriously have the game against them. Well, they will have the game against them, really have their work cut out for them. If I could think of the words to say, I'm too busy thinking about what Rocker's going to be doing on the ball to actually think of the words. It's actually playing with my mind a little bit. But no, I think in the midfield they are weak. They're porous. They leak so much through there. They are like a broken tap, and we are British Gas. We are British Gas. British Gas. They are British Gas. And we are going to absolutely dissect them in that midfield battle. Tyler Adams as well. He's just got a once to watch card. He is the one to watch tomorrow. Again, breaking the play Tyler Adams, he's so quick, man. He is like dynamite in there. And on the counter press, like I said, if you've got Rocker dictating the tempo, sprays it over to Adams. Adams breaking the lines the whole time. I think this could be an absolute goal fest, and we're going to create so much more. And I'll tell you why we're going to create so much more, because we saw it early on in the preseason games with how Jesse Marsch likes to play with the fullbacks doing so much attacking work. He likes his fullbacks to do so much creatively that he even put Jack Harrison in there for a little bit. Obviously, Jack Harrison didn't really like the position. He wanted to play further up, and he wasn't natural defending in that position, so he didn't actually persist with it. But with Firpo back, and I'm going to say it now, Luke Ayling, for me, has to start over Christensen. I know Christensen had a good international break, but Ayling, for me, is the informed player. He's had 2 weeks with Jesse Marsch. People are saying, oh, because he hasn't played in the international break, he probably won't play. I look at it slightly differently. I say he's had a couple of weeks with Jesse Marsch to work on some things. So for me, Luke Ayling has got to start. Let me know down below. One's in the chat, or one's in the comments, if you're talking Ayling over Firpo. Or Ayling over Firpo, Ayling over Christensen. And twos, if you're telling me Rasmus Christensen belongs to be there. But it deserves to be there. Bloody hell, mate. My brain is foggy right now. But yeah, Luke Ayling there for me, for sure. And for me, the front three as well. It's got to be Sinisterra, it's got to be Harrison, and it's got to be Aronson in that three. And because you're going to have so much width, so much natural width and attacking impetus from those fullbacks, especially with Firpo down that left-hand side, with Struijk, we just haven't had it. We have not had that with Struijk. He's been good defensively, he's been very good at times on the ball, but down that left-hand side, we've lacked so much without him bombing down, without someone like Firpo's great delivery to get in there. It makes us very one-dimensional at times. It makes us very predictable at times. And with Firpo and Ayling spreading the defenders out wide, Matty Cash apparently is going to be out as well. So with them spreading the fullbacks out wide, it's going to leave so much space, acres of space in the middle of the pitch. It's going to leave so much space in and around their back two central defenders that you could build a full-fledged mansion in there and you'd still have about 700 acres of free room. Alright, there is going to be that much space in there. There are going to be that many raging thigh gaps in the middle of their defense for Aronson and Sinisterra and Jack Harrison to just pick them away with ease. It is going to be beautiful to watch, man. Absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you, these fullbacks coming back, this rest, it's going to be a game changer, man. It's going to be a game changer. I can't wait for it, man. I'm going for a 4-0 Leeds United win. 4-0, brothers. You know it. You know it, geezer. Let me know what your guys' scores on the doors are down in the comment section down below. We are going to quickly get into the predicted 1 to 11. The 1 to 11 that will start. Let me tell you that for a fact. And I am, but before I do get into that, I do just want to quickly say, be tuned this Sunday. We are going to be live again for the game. You know it. There's a Leeds game. JT's there on the house. Have not missed a game. You can always watch a game with me because I'm always going to be there, like Amazon Prime delivery with the boys, with you legends. And let's just say I've made a few upgrades to the stream. All right, I'd been away. There's been a little break in play, shall we say? So I wasn't just away mucking about. There are some big upgrades, so I can't wait for you guys to get in there on Sunday and see it all with me. Experience this Leeds masterclass and experience these 11 men take to the pitch. Oh, it's obviously going to be Meslier. It's obviously going to have Rocker and Adams in the team. It is obviously going to have Aronson, Sinisterra, and Harrison in the team. It's obviously going to have Koch in the team. And it's going to have Struijk. But where is Struijk playing? For me, Struijk is playing centre-half. For me, Ayling is starting right back and Firpo is starting left back. That's my back four. That is it. Do you drop Llorente? Drop him. For me, yes, you do. You drop him quick time. And I'm not talking Apple. You get him out of there, all right? For me, Koch and Struijk is by far, leaps and bounds our best defensive partnership. It looks so much more solid. And if you have someone like Senior Firpo storming forward who let's be honest, I love the guy more than anything, but he will get beat at some point. He will make a mistake. And you have someone like Struijk there who's played at left back. If he's at left centre back, he can easily come across and cover for him. It is the perfect combination there. At right back, you have someone in Luke Ayling who, if Koch bumps forward himself, Luke Ayling has played centre half before. He can slot in and cover for Robin Koch in that position there. And I just think the synergy of having Koch on the right next to Ayling, having Struijk on the left next to Firpo is just perfect. The midfield two speak for themselves, and the only bit of deliberation is up front. Rodrigo Moreno is fit, so for me, you don't drop your top goal scorer. Rodrigo Moreno easily in there. Bamford, I don't think he's 100% fit enough. I don't think Rodrigo's fit enough right now to play a full 90 either. So I think Rodrigo comes off 60 minutes, 50 minutes in for me, and then you bring Bamford in. You could do either or, but I think Rodrigo has to start for me. You could argue that Rodrigo could play in that cam role just behind with Bamford up front, but what I'd say to counter that is I wouldn't play either Bamford or Rodrigo for a full 90, so I wouldn't put both of them in there together. I don't think you can drop Harrison. I don't think you can drop Aronson, and I don't think you can drop Sinistera, especially after Sinisterra's international break where he was on fire. He was like the Amazon rainforest, mate. You could not put that flame out. He was crazy. He's got to go in there for me. They've all got to go in there. Rodrigo in there. That is my 1-11. That is the 1-11 Jesse Marsch is going to go with. I feel like he might put Rodrigo in and then sub out Aronson or someone like that in the 70th minute. And keep Rodrigo in there, maybe put Bamford up top. But I'd take him out for Bamford around 60 minutes in, depending on how the game's going. And I think that's the perfect starting 11 for me. Let me know what you guys think. Yours is down in the comments section down below. As well as, of course, your scores on the doors, which should all be a resounding Leeds United win, a clean sheet, and an absolute Sinistra master class. But it has been your boy JT. I will see you on Sunday. Make sure you're there. Beware, be there, or be square. Make sure you're tuned on the channel on Sunday. I'll see you there. Au revoir, my brothers.